Menu narration set to 100.
A gain of 1 yard. First down, Brown.
Back to throw, Purdy.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Now a 2nd and 10. Now Purdy. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Fryermuth.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
A gain of 23 yards. First down, Cleveland.
Operating from the gun, Purdy. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
The 25-yard line.
To the air, Allen.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now Allen. And he's got Smith and Jigba.
They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Allen going to run with it.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
And goal to go.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone.
We now proceed to the start of the second half. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
On 2nd and 9, Purdy. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Back to throw.
Purdy. They set up the screen. Achane has it.
Nifty move.
There he goes left side. Inside the 10.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Devon Achane.
58 yards.
And the Browns come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Get a look at Jerry Jeudy as he leads his offense back out there for this next series.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Incomplete. Brings up a third down.
Allen now looks to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Incomplete. Result of the play is a turnover on down.
Throwing to start the drive. Purdy. They'll get it inside the 20 and down to the 16-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Odafe Oweh showing off the pass rush skills.
Loss of 7 yards. It's 2nd down.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Purdy. That's to the left side where he's got Miller. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Purdy from the gun. No, bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose. Bad place to fumble down here in the red zone. At least they got it. They'll have another shot. Or no, they won't have another shot. It's going to be 4th down. Maybe they could at least salvage 3.
And they were thinking 6 points because at this position of the field, it's go time, right? You take your shots at the end zone. They weren't able to do that one. So you look over at the sideline. There's the head coach saying, oh, heck, kick it. Field goal time.
And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done. But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be. But how about the group as a whole, setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. That one good for 14 yards.
That's good for a 1st down.
That's it. On play action, Allen. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Allen. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And the Browns are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys happy. A-chan hit, and the ball is held. One of the linebackers has got it. And did he get in? No, they'll mark him down at the 1-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, I mean, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
Sanders. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. Second and goal from the 1.
Second and goal.
And they'll try to pound it in with Ricard. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Patrick Ricard. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Visitors 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Here's Purdy. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick-6, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now, these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
Now Ryland for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score our home.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Back now here on EA Sports. Second and a couple. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. The Browns on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Purdy now to throw. That one down the field for Freiermuth. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for the touchdown. Jerry Judy, 53 yards. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad is on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed watching their execution throughout this contest.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
He was brought down at his 49-yard line. A pickup of 2 yards. First down, Brown.
Purdy able to hit his target Lamb. He'll be taken down at the 2 yards.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
From just shy of midfield. Purdy. Olave over the middle. Only able to gain a couple there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Purdy. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get your reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. H.M. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
A loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal. At the 2-yard line.
And more troubles for him as he's going to get stuffed behind the line again. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Back to throw. Purdy. This is caught. And some of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Going to look at Jerry Judy as he leads his offense back out there for this next series.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. That's Matt Milano firing in from his linebacker position.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Here we go.
On play action, they'll throw. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. Fourth down. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Going right back to Smith and Jigba. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
That's another first down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up.
Second and 10.
Go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. So that one, his fourth touchdown catch of the game, one behind the all-time record of 5. The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth.
I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And one side, a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head